Hi, this is Nancy with Seeking Truth Always, coming to you with a little blast from the past, a little stroll down memory lane. Because there's some people out there that don't remember certain things. They don't remember what certain people said about certain things like immigration and deportations and illegal immigrants. There are people out there that need to see what you're going to see in just a moment, and you know who they are. And be sure you share this video so they can have a little blast from the past and a little stroll down memory lane as well. And who knows? Seeing the words coming right out of these people's mouths, maybe they'll have a little breakthrough. Because exposures are incoming. Disclosures are incoming. And so is vindication. Especially when the truth, the real truth, not the fake news, not the people that won't tell the truth, not the people who are too deceived and unable to even separate the truth from the lies. I'm going to share with you a short video that makes it very, very clear. If they watch it, they will learn what liars they are, not to mention hypocrites. All right, so I'm going to share my screen here. And here we go.
In the budget I will present to you, we will try to do more to speed the deportation of illegal aliens who are arrested for crimes.
Senator Biden, yes or no, would you allow the cities to ignore the federal law?
No.
I think we got to have tough conditions. Tell people to come out of the shadows. If they've committed a crime, deport them. No questions asked.
Undocumented workers broke our immigration laws, and I believe that they must be held accountable, especially those who may be dangerous. Even as we are a nation of immigrants, we're also a nation of laws. Undocumented workers broke our immigration laws, and I believe that they must be held accountable, especially those who may be dangerous. If you're a criminal, you'll be deported. If you plan to enter the U.S. illegally, your chances of getting caught and sent back just went up. The actions I'm taking are not only lawful, they're the kinds of actions taken by every single Republican president and every single Democratic president for the past half century.
American people are fundamentally pro-legal immigration and anti-illegal immigration. We will only pass comprehensive reform when we recognize this fundamental concept. People who enter the United States without our permission are illegal aliens, and illegal aliens should not be treated the same as people who entered the U.S. legally. First, illegal immigration is wrong, and a primary goal of comprehensive immigration reform must be to dramatically curtail future illegal immigration. All illegal aliens present in the United States on the date of enactment of our bill must quickly register their presence with the United States government and submit to a rigorous process of converting to legal status and earning a path to citizenship or face imminent deportation. Illegal immigration is wrong, plain and simple. Until the American people are convinced that we will stop future flows of illegal immigration, we will make no progress on dealing with the millions of illegal immigrants who are here now and on rationalizing our system of legal immigration. It's plain and simple and unavoidable. When we use phrases like undocumented workers, we convey a message to the American people that their government is not serious about combating illegal immigration, which the American people overwhelmingly oppose. If you don't think it's illegal, you're not going to say it. I think it is illegal and wrong, and we have to change it.
Yeah. Do you believe those words came out of those people's mouths? You would never know it today, would you? It's it's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy that there's some of the loudest voices saying exactly the opposite. Everything they said is no different than what President Trump has said. Everything that they've done, and they did in regard to deportations of illegal immigrants. In fact, they deported even more to date than President Trump ever has. Oh, but you don't hear that on the news. No, you don't hear that. I mean, you see what I mean? Some people I know people I know, need to see that video. I'm going to follow it up with a video that speaks for itself on this topic of these loud voices, these other politicians that have made their voices heard for such a time as this. So let's hear a voice of reason to close out this video. Tom Homan, just a few days ago, after he went up to Minneapolis to oversee the situation up there and get these illegal immigrants back to their countries where they belong, or prison if they're criminals. Okay, here we go. Take a listen. It's real short, but makes a real valid. Tom Homan makes such a valid point.
I also want to remember the politicians are continually attacking us. Where were they the last 4 years when the number of women and children sex trafficking went all-time high? Where were they when 250,000 Americans died from fentanyl coming across the border? Where were they when women and children are dying making that journey? Where were they when over 4,000 aliens making that journey died? Historic record. Where were they? Not a word. Now we're just trying to respond to what happened the last 4 years and keeping this country safe. And we're arresting a lot of public safety threats, take them off the streets, which make this country safer. President Trump promised to make this country safe again, and that's what we're doing. I also want to remember the politicians are continually attacking us.
That's exactly what they're doing. They're making
Where were they
this
the last 4 years?
country safer again. They're making the country safer again. They're making the country... They're doing exactly what President Trump said he would do. Our promises made, promises kept president. It's what he said he'd do, and it's what he's doing. And every point Tom Homan made was so spot on. Where were they? Where are they? Where were they? And where are they? Every time they open their mouths, there's an old joke. How do you know? You can put anything in the blank. Let's just say, how do you know that the people we saw in the video before Tom Homan, how do you know they're lying? Their lips are moving. Although this is not a joke, it's the truth. And this is Nancy was seeking truth always. Be sure to share this video. Wake up a few people out there that you know to the truth. God bless you. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.